Good morning, children. Let us continue with the first chapter, Chemical Reactions and Equation. We are going to review chemical changes and balancing of some chemical equations, and then we are going to learn different types of chemical reactions. Case 1. Magnesium wire reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide, that is a white powder. Magnesium plus oxygen gives you magnesium oxide. You can see in the picture, after burning of magnesium ribbon, you get magnesium oxide, which is a white powder. Case 2. Lead nitrate plus potassium iodide gives lead iodide, which is a yellow PPT, plus there is a formation of potassium nitrate. Case 3. Zinc plus dilute sulfuric acid gives you zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas is liberated. Hydrogen burns with a pop sound. Temperature of the solution increases. What is chemical equation? The shorthand method of representing a chemical reaction in terms of symbols, formulae of the different reactants and products. An equation in which the number of atoms of each element on the two sides of the equation are equal. Balanced chemical equation. What is the importance of a balanced chemical equation? It satisfies the law of conservation of mass, as total mass or atoms of the reactants is equal to total mass or atoms of product. Characteristics of chemical reactions. Formation of a precipitate, lead nitrate plus potassium iodide gives you yellow PPT. That means a yellow color residue of lead iodide is formed. So there is always a formation of some product. Evolution of gas. Zinc, when it reacts with sulfuric acid, gives you zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas. That means there will be a formation of a gas when there is a chemical reaction. Change in state. Wax or petrol. When you heat it, it will change its state. Change in color. Lead nitrate plus potassium iodide will give you a yellow precipitate of lead iodide. So there will be a formation of some residue over here. Change in temperature. When zinc and hydrochloric acid reacts, there will be a rise in temperature. So the product form will give out some heat. So this is an exothermic reaction. What is an exothermic reaction? The temperature rises, that is heat is evolved. What is an endothermic reaction? Temperature reduces, that is heat is absorbed. Example over here of an endothermic reaction, barium hydroxide when reacts with ammonium chloride gives barium chloride plus ammonium hydroxide. Here you can see this reaction is completely balanced. Chemical equations, word equation. So what is a word equation? So word equation where you write reaction with the help of using words of the given chemicals, that is called as word equation. So magnesium plus oxygen gives magnesium oxide, that is written in words, that's why this is a word equation. So substances that are undergone some change and a new substance is formed. Change of reactants to product represented by an arrow placed between them. Reactants on the left hand side with a positive sign between them. Product on the right hand side with a positive sign between them. The arrow head points towards the product and shows the direction of the reaction. Writing a chemical equation. Chemical equations use chemical formulae instead of words and represents a chemical reaction. For example, zinc when react with sulfuric acid gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen gas is liberated. Magnesium ribbon when react with oxygen or when it burns in the presence of air, it gives magnesium oxide. Is the number of atoms of each element the same on both the sides in the above examples? So, if it is not, then you have to balance the equation because it has to satisfy the law of conservation of mass. Write the word equation. Iron plus water gives ferric oxide plus hydrogen. Write the chemical equation. Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Now you have to draw boxes around each formula and nothing changes inside the boxes. I repeat, nothing changes inside the boxes. So now all your reactants and product has gone in the boxes and you have to show arrow between the reactant and the product. Now you have to list the number of atoms of different elements present in the unbalanced equation here. So your element Fe, number of atom in the reactant 1, that is on the left hand side, and number of atoms in product, that is on the right hand side, is 1. Similarly, for hydrogen, number of atoms in reactant, that is left hand side, is 2, and number of atoms in product, that is right hand side, is 2. Element oxygen, number of atoms in reactant, that is left hand side, it's 1, and number of atoms in product, that is right hand side, is 4. So now over here you need to balance the equation. Start balancing with the compound, that is reactant or product containing the maximum number of atoms. So atom of oxygen over here, initially in reactant 1 in H2O and in product 4 in Fe3O4. And to balance, you need to multiply by 4. So that's why the reactant has to be multiplied on the reactant side. You have to multiply by 4 so that the reactant and the product side is balanced. When equalizing the number of atoms, the formulae of the compounds or elements involved in the reactions cannot be altered or changed. I repeat, the formulae of the compounds or elements involved in the reactions cannot be altered or changed. That means you just have to balance the equation with the help of counting the number of atoms on the reactant and the product side. So over here you will get Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Fe and H atoms are still not balanced, picking hydrogen. Initially, in the reactant side, hydrogen in water it's 4 and in product it is 2. So over here, you are going to see, and to balance, you need 4 on the reactant side. So that's why you have to multiply these 2 by 4. So now you will get Fe plus 4H2O gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2. And then you are going to balance iron. So atom of iron over here in the reactant side, initially 1 iron in the reactant side over here, and the product side you get 3. That's why to balance it you have to multiply the reactant side of Fe by 3. Then it will be balanced. Reactant and the product side, both side of iron will be balanced. The physical states of the reactants and the products are mentioned along with their chemical formulae. The gaseous, liquid, aqueous present as a solution in water and solid states of reactants and products are represented by the notation G, L, AQ and S respectively. Now here you have some questions here for revision. You are going to see why should a magnesium ribbon be clean before burning in air. Next question here. Write the balance equation in the following chemical reactions. Hydrogen plus chlorine gives hydrogen chloride. Barium chloride plus aluminium sulfate gives barium sulfate plus aluminium chloride. Next, sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. Next question here. Write balanced chemical equation which state symbol in the following reactions. Solution of barium chloride and sodium sulfate when react gives you insoluble precipitate of barium sulfate and sodium chloride. Next, sodium hydroxide solution in water reacts gives you the product sodium chloride and water. So you just have to solve this in your notebook. Why should a magnesium ribbon be cleaned before burning in air? Layer of magnesium oxide is formed which hinders burning of magnesium. So you need to write this in your notebook. Write the balanced equations for the following chemical reactions. Hydrogen plus chlorine gives hydrogen chloride, and the symbolic form H2 plus Cl2 gives 2HCl. Barium chloride plus aluminium sulfate gives barium sulfate plus aluminium chloride. So the symbolic form of the equation will be 3 barium chloride plus aluminium sulfate gives 3 barium sulfate plus 2 aluminium chloride. Next, sodium plus water, sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. So 2 Na, that is sodium, plus 2 water gives you 2 sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen. So please take this down in your fair notebook, children. Solution of barium chloride and sodium sulfate in water react to give insoluble barium sulfate and the solution of sodium chloride. So barium chloride plus sodium sulfate gives barium sulfate plus sodium chloride. Sodium hydroxide solution in water reacts with hydrochloric acid in water to produce sodium chloride solution and water. So sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid gives you sodium chloride plus water. Now we will start with types of chemical reactions. First thing we are going to see here, chemical. So now we are going to see types of chemical reaction. The first one, combination reaction. Two or more reactants join to form a single compound. Here you have A plus B combining to give you AB, where A and B represent reactants. Calcium oxide plus water gives you calcium hydroxide. Next one, carbon plus oxygen gives you carbon dioxide. Hydrogen plus oxygen gives you water, that is H2O. Nitrogen plus oxygen gives you nitrous oxide, that is N2O. Magnesium plus oxygen gives you magnesium oxide. Here you can see two entities combining in the picture here to give you one single entity. Next, decomposition reaction. A single reactant breaks down to give simpler products. For example, AB will split to give you A plus B. Here in this picture you can see an egg where the egg is hatched and it is split into eggshell and a chick. Next, decomposition. First type of decomposition, that is thermal decomposition. Thermal decomposition takes the help of heat to carry out the reaction. So when decomposition happens in the presence of heat, that type of decomposition reaction is called as thermal decomposition. Here you have some examples where ferrous sulfate on decomposition with the help of heat gives ferric oxide plus sulfur dioxide plus sulfur trioxide. Similarly, your next example, calcium carbonate on heating gives you calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. Next, lead nitrate on heating will decompose to give lead oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. Thermal decomposition with the help of electricity is called as electrolysis. So now by running electricity through water, the water molecules decompose into hydrogen and oxygen gas. So the reaction where the decomposition happen with the help of an electricity is called as electrolysis. A very simple example of electrolysis is splitting of water molecule into hydrogen and oxygen gas. Now, when silver chloride is placed in a china dish in sunlight for some time, white silver chloride turns grey in sunlight due to the decomposition of silver chloride into silver and chlorine by light. So, here the light will play a role in decomposition. So, this kind of reaction is called as photolysis or photodecomposition. So, it is an example of photodecomposition where silver chloride in the presence of sunlight will decompose to give you grey color silver plus chlorine gas will be liberated. Now, here you have some questions. A solution of substance X is used for whitewashing. Name the substance X and write its formula. Next, write the reaction of the substance X named 1 above with water. Why is the amount of gas collected in one of the test tube in activity 1.7 double the amount of the collected in the number in the other? Name this gas. So you are going to write this in your note. Thank you children. Have a nice day.